Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm really excited about this. I have to tell you that, well, let me just back up for a second and let you know kind of how I got on this road here. Back when I was about 28, I was a newlywed and I suddenly found myself in the hospital with a completely random thing called ischemic colitis. I don't know if you know what that is, but I will spare you the details, but I will tell you that it's a lot of not fun. I spent 5 days in the hospital with some really unpleasant testing going on. And at the end of the 5 days, I will tell you that I left there with a prescription that they wanted me to take every day. Absolutely no answers as to what caused my problem or if it was going to happen again or not. Essentially a diagnosis that is common in elderly people, and a bill for about $14,000. So I will let you know that that was a pretty jarring experience for me. It left me kind of terrified that my body was falling apart on me and feeling kind of awful that I may have done this to myself by eating a lot of cheap processed garbage food that I think a lot of us go through, especially when we're young and broke like that. So what did I do? I had no answers. The doctors weren't going to help me, obviously. So I figured I was kind of on my own at this point. So I started doing a lot of research and kind of checking things out, playing around with trying different things and listening to my body a lot more to see what worked and what didn't for me. And I will tell you that after a little bit of time, I started to feel better and I started to trust myself a lot more, that I could listen to my body and that I could heal my body. And then I didn't need to take the prescription anymore. I stopped refilling it because I felt better. And that was really kind of empowering thing for me. But even after that, there was another problem I had ahead of me. And that was, at this point, I'd been married for about 5 years and I really wanted to start a family. But I had what they called unexplained infertility, which actually I hear is pretty common, a lot more common than it used to be. And so once again, I went to the doctors and I had a bunch of tests done and actually went to the doctor for my test results and she misdiagnosed me. She told me that I had a problem with my tubes and that I should just go have surgery and have them taken out. She told me I'd never have kids of my own unless I had IVF, and that unless I had the surgery to remove my tubes, that even then I would never be able to have kids. So I asked her about maybe alternatives and she literally laughed in my face. And she told me that was voodoo witch doctor stuff. But luckily, I'm stubborn and I didn't listen to her. And I went for another opinion and I actually had an exploratory procedure and found out there was nothing wrong with me. So I'm really glad I listened to myself and I didn't just go get my tubes out because that could have been devastating for me. So anyway, I did actually start going down the path towards some fertility treatments, but due to some kind of divine intervention, I think, almost now, there was some scheduling conflicts and I had to skip a couple of months. And lo and behold, I kept trying natural things and I actually was able to get pregnant completely on an unassisted cycle. And I had a beautiful baby boy, and then I actually was able to have another child completely with no help, just by changing my diet and doing things differently and adding some natural herbal supplements. So once again, I kind of was failed by the medical community in some ways, you know, because they're just people and sometimes they make mistakes. And that's what happened with me. And I didn't take it. I just went forward and I tried to take control as best as I could and do my own thing. And I'm so glad that I did because I was able to make a difference in my own life by listening to myself and by listening to the information that I was seeing and trying things. And the things I tried worked for me. So this kind of set me on this path that I've been on, and kind of been making some gradual changes over the years, and I'm really excited to share this stuff with you. I have an amazing ebook that I want to share, and it's got some great tips on how to clean your house out and get rid of the stuff that could be causing your family some health problems, and how to replace things with more natural products, and just kind of make a transition if you're feeling that inside, that you need to make a more natural lifestyle change for your family. I totally am with you, and I hope you enjoy the things I have for you. Okay, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy it.